There we go. Can you describe this for us, Andy?
It's a Babylonian frieze. It shows a king or a god in receipt of tribute from the Babylonians. He's probably not a god because he doesn't have horns. They used to show their gods with horns to the most degree. I've always been very fascinated with the stellar objects above. You can clearly see the sun and the moon. What's the third entity? And a lot of people wonder, well, maybe that's Venus, or maybe that's Nibiru. So the symbolism there is distinctively ambiguous.
Well, what are those sort of symbols on Nibiru? I mean, it's got these sort of wavy lines on it, hasn't it?
Well, I would assume that...
Does it represent water, or...?
We can open up all kinds of areas of speculation, but it doesn't appear to be Venus.
Does that take us back to these fishy people, or...?
Well, the idea of water. Well, the Oannes, who are the Dogon's idea of the extraterrestrials that came here. A Freeman may correct me this because I'm not as up on this as he is, but they were sort of half man, half fish, purportedly, and they arose from the oceans, and they came to grant civilization to humanity from the oceans. Now, it's a little bit like, I suppose, the South American myths of the great white man who comes with a beard and grants civilization. It's a similar sort of idea. But half man, half fish is obviously not something in our sort of collective understanding of the known world. Besides mermaids and mermen, that's possibly where we got the ideas of mermaids and mermen. I personally don't think that the extraterrestrials are half men, half fish. I think they're like us. Very, very similar to us. They're a bit taller, they're probably a lot brighter than us, they live a heck of a lot longer than us, and they did with us what we're now doing with animals, human hybrid embryos. We have a lot on this on the news. The last 5 or 10 years we've talked a lot on the news about manipulation of genes and created human hybrid embryos with animals. Well, essentially the ideas we're talking about here are very similar to that. We're doing what they possibly did with us. It's not, So I personally think that they look like us. They're very similar to us, and they could walk amongst us.
Okay.